Now, turning to another story, there's a new trend that's taking over youth sports. It's violence against refs. Watch.
Just squeeze your rage into a bitter little ball and release it at an appropriate time. Like that day I hit the referee with a whiskey bottle. Remember that?
Yeah.
When Daddy hit the referee?
Yeah.
The Simpsons might have joked about it, but violence against refs is no laughing matter. It's becoming an epidemic in youth sports. All across the country, angry parents are just losing it, attacking Little League umps and refs. And this sudden surge in violence has created an exodus of officials that's threatening the future of youth sports. According to the New York Times, from 2018 to 2021, an estimated 50,000 high school refs, roughly 20%, quit. New Hampshire lost a quarter of its hockey refs between 2018 and 2022, while Public School Athletic League in New York City said it was short about 90 officials in Brooklyn. Refs are bailing on games in record numbers, but can you blame them? Who wants to be subjected to this type of abuse when you're just trying to make an extra $50 on the weekend? The reason's obvious. It's the parents. The Times going on to say, quote, asked what their top reasons for quitting would be, 60% said verbal abuse from parents and fans. These people aren't even professional refs like in the NFL. They're your neighbors and coworkers sacrificing their own time so your kid can play. But parents don't even care. Games are being delayed and seasons are being canceled because people just can't even control themselves anymore. The one referee in Mississippi isn't going anywhere, though she had a good reason to quit. Last month, Christy Moore was umping a softball game for 12 and under girls when she was attacked by a mom from the opposing team. She got a shiner. Unbelievable. Moore's attacker was arrested and charged with simple assault, but the incident hasn't scared Moore off doing what she loves. And Christy Moore, Youth Sports Empire, joins me now. All right, Christy, why'd she sock you like that?
I was officiating a 12U softball game, and she disagreed with a call that I made. She started screaming profanities at me and cussing in front of the children. And so I told her that she was going to have to leave, and she told me she wasn't leaving. At that point, I went to the coach and told him if she did not leave, then I was going to forfeit the game. So he told her to leave, and she turned around and looked at me and said, when you come off the field, I am going to F you up, and called me a name.
So you left the field after the game was over, and what happened?
I exited the field. I was about 3 steps off the field, and she was right there. She said, now what do you have to say to me? Called me a name, and she punched me.
Unbelievable. And did you go down, or did you just take it and look at her?
No, I didn't go down.
Good. Did you want to hit her back?
I did not hit her back.
Okay, well, that was smart. I probably would have hit her back, even though you're not supposed to hit a girl, but I don't know. I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyway, I probably wouldn't be umpiring youth sports to begin with, so it's just all, it's all.
Well, after she hit me, she ran.
She ran?
Yeah, she hit me and turned around and ran, and one of the Parks and Rec employees followed her to the parking lot, and by this time was on the phone with the police, and got a picture of her vehicle when she was leaving, and they pulled her over and arrested her shortly thereafter.
Now, I'm hearing word from the producers that she was actually Mother of the Year. Is that true?
She did have on a Mother of the Year shirt in her mugshot.
In her mugshot. Do we have the
Yes.
mugshot? All right, we don't have the mugshot, but I can just see it in my eyes. What a joke. All right, well, she was probably liquored up, or she was just an animal. And I hope, dude, she booked in simple assault. Did she serve any time? How's this being adjudicated?
She was arrested that night. She bonded out for $422. And she appears actually in court on the 18th, so next Wednesday, to enter her plea of guilty or not guilty.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're back umping. You know, the kids need people in there with integrity. And I'm glad you're feeling better. Your eye looks fantastic. And
Thank you.
give them hell. Keep doing what you're doing. We don't like ladies like that. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Catherine Coleman is a clinical psychologist, and she joins us now here in studio. All right, so doctor, this is a new trend. Why is this happening all of a sudden in the last couple of years, do you think?
Well, I think that there's really two overarching narratives that are happening right now. One is that every kid has to be a winner. And so parents or coaches get upset because their kids aren't winning or their team isn't winning, and they feel like they need some kind of vindication. And the second is that for the past 2 years, kids and adults really have been taught that when they disagree with something or something isn't going their way, that they can resort to violence. And we've seen that, you know, with riots, and we've seen that with protesting outside of, you know, Supreme Court justices' houses. So it's no surprise. Kids are going to model bad behavior.
So what do you think has changed psychologically in the parental community that they feel the need for every child to win at everything, and losing is unacceptable, and being uncomfortable, or number two, is unacceptable, and not having the self-control to just rush onto the field and clock somebody?
I think that there's so much enmeshment now between parents and their kids. I mean, look at the college admissions scandal, for
You're right.
example. You know, parents were essentially creating, you know, their kids were in these sports that they weren't in so that they could get into these great colleges. And it was because it makes the parents look good.
Yeah.
The parents are like, you know, adopting the identity of their kids. And it's wrong.
When I was young, my parents just said, go outside and play and get out of here. They didn't get too involved. I mean, maybe they showed up to a softball game or two. I was lucky.
There's going to be losers. Some kids are going to lose. It's okay.
I lost a lot of baseball games, and that's why I played lacrosse. Thank you very much, doctor.
Good to see you.
A brazen ambush at a Philly gas station and a brutal car